Everybody, it's Miss Lisa, the art teacher. Welcome back to my table of art. And Happy New Year! Happy 2021. We've just entered a new year, 2021. Let's hope this year will be a little bit better than last year. I'm sure it will, because with the new year brings new hope. And with the new year brings new art projects. And I have a new and exciting art project for you today. And I want you to understand about this project that we're doing today. It's all about using your hands and your motor skills to rip and tear some paper and then just make art as you see it. There's no right or wrong. And I want you to know that. There's no right or wrong. It's how you see the art that you are going to create it. So, what I'd like to tell you about today is we are going to create a puffin. What's a puffin? Sounds like a muffin, but it's not. You can't eat the puffin. A puffin comes from the Arctic. It looks like a penguin, very much like a penguin, but it's called a puffin. A puffin is black and white like a penguin, so we're going to use black and white paper, which you're all going to get. But in the springtime, a puffin's beak turns bright orange. So we're going to get a piece of bright orange paper as well. And I have a picture here that I want to share with you. And it just so happens to be of, what do you think? A puffin. So let me show you my puffin. Look how cute they are. They're black and white. And this must be springtime in the Arctic because his beak is bright orange. And he also has those bright orange feet too. You see that? So I'm going to be sending this image of the puffin for you so you know what a puffin looks like. So you know how to create your art. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to work with our paper. So I'm going to bring you down to my desk because I want you to see how you're going to do this. We're not using scissors, we're using our hands. And we're going to try to reach and stretch our fingers out and move our wrist around. So if we do this for a little while before we get started, it might be a little easier. So let's go. Let's try to move our wrist. And let's try to stretch our fingers and our hands the best you can. And if it's only a tiny bit, that's okay too. But let's try. Look at me. I'm reaching for the sky with my fingers. And I'm rolling my wrist around. And I think they're nice and stretched out now, and I might be able to work a little bit better. So come on down to my table and let's see what we're doing, okay? Alright, so here we have a nice piece of blue paper because that's going to act as our background. Because remember I said that the puffin is from the Arctic, and where the Arctic is, there's ice. So ice is a blue, cool color, so I'm going to use this nice blue paper. And our puffin is black and white with a beautiful orange beak and feet. So that's what our orange paper is going to be for. So let's prepare our paper for creating our puffin. So what I'd like you to do is just start tearing little pieces of paper, starting with the black paper. You're going to need to squeeze your fingers together to hold on to the paper as you rip and tear. And do it nice and slow. Try to control your tears because you want to have small pieces to work with. We don't want giant pieces. And this project is all about the process. We're not worried about what it looks like because it's your impression of your puffin, and your impression is the right impression. Meaning, as you see the puffin, that's how you should create it. So we're going to start with this black, and I'm almost done with mine, and I may not need all of this black paper when I create my puffin. But I have it ready, and I think I'm just going to push my black paper over to the side. I'll keep tearing though, because I do have some more paper left. And remember, we don't want big pieces. We just want little pieces that are easier to work with and easier to create because our blue paper is not very big that we're working on. And we want to be able to get all the puffin colors into our art project. Okay? Our beautiful works of art. Now I'm going to start the same process with the white paper. I'm breaking it up into little pieces so it's easier to work with. If I cut it into like little quarters or rip it into quarters, then I'll do 1/4 at a time. But you rip ahead any way you find best. Whichever works for you, works for me. We're just ripping small pieces of our paper. So you need to remember what your puffin looks like. I'll have a picture there for you of a puffin that you can keep looking at as you create your work of art. I'm so excited about this project because there's no pressure in creating with this project. You see the puffin, you use your paper as your paint or your crayon or your colored pencils or your markers. You're actually creating your masterpiece with the colors of the paper. And that's a fun, interesting change from all the materials we've been using so far this year. Let me get all these silly things out of the way. Okay. And now I'm going to start with my orange paper. And again, I'm even going to break that up into quarters. And I'm making these about dime size. And you make them any size you want. It's okay. Okay, so now, let's see if I could keep my puffin picture up for you to see as we work. Okay, is he upside down though? I'm not sure. I'm going to leave him right here. Oh, let's take this right here. Let's see if I can put the puffin picture there. Okay. And I'm doing my orange paper right now. Alright, so I'm done with all my shredding and ripping and tearing of my paper. So now I'm just going to start creating my puffin. So I know he has black, and I love the colors of this puffin because they really go well together. Kind of reminds you of Halloween, but in a fun way, in a pretty way. See, as I'm putting my paper down, I'm playing. I could do it in different ways. You could glue as you go along, or let's just place the paper down as we go, just to practice first. I'm kind of like making the body of my puffin first. And I notice his head is a little bit whiter, so I'm going to throw some white down for his head. And then right down the center of his body turns white again. Oh, and there's those big orange feet that he has. So here's another one. And that beak, remember what I said about what color his beak turns in the spring? That beautiful bright orange. So I'm going to throw his beak down. And I'm already done, only because I went nice and fast so you could see how Miss Lisa's doing this. So here we have a puffin. But this is considered an abstract puffin. Abstract, sometimes you can make out what it is, but it's not meant for you to actually see what the image is. Abstract is all geometric shapes and lines and colors all mixed together. And this is somewhat abstract. But we know it's a puffin because we've incorporated the beautiful colors of black, white, and orange into our masterpiece with the beautiful cool blue background. Now you can do this all over again and you can mix it any way you want. Your puffin doesn't even have to have his little waddly feet. But as you go along this time, when you place your papers down, let's glue them this time so we know that it'll be there forever. And I want you to just enjoy the process. Let me see, is my puffin gone? Yes, my puffin's gone. Let me see if I can get him back again. Here we go. Come on, Puffin. Let's get you up and out. There we go. Okay. So I've got the Puffin again. Oh, come on. Okay. All right, so now this time I'm going to glue them down. So you could do one of two things. You could lay a whole bunch of glue on your paper to start, or you could glue one piece at a time. The type of project that this is, I think I'm just going to spread a whole bunch of glue on my paper. I think this would work best for me. I just go like this, right down to the bottom. And if I need any more glue somewhere, I'll put more on. So this way, when I'm placing all my torn pieces of paper, I don't have to stop to reload. So here I'm just going to start building my Puffin as I remember seeing him in that image. Oops, sorry guys. My Puffin, here he is. So he's got my white breast, how beautiful, and his head is white. So I'm going to press down onto that glue, and all his sides are black. He even has a little black on the top of his head, so I might add some of that too. However you do it is going to be fantastic, and I am so excited to see how beautiful your abstract puffins come out, because this is really a very fun project. Your Puffin, my Puffin. I'm huffing and puffing. No, I'm just kidding. There we go, our little Puffin. Here he is. He's got lots of beautiful black feathers protecting his body. This is one beautiful Puffin project. Oh, I'm loving this. Loving this. This is a fun, relaxing, no stress, express yourself kind of a project. Kind we should do all the time as far as I'm concerned. Oh, he looks great, Mr. Puffin. You look great. And I'm almost done. And you go ahead, you keep building on your Puffin. Maybe I'll add some more white. See, there's some more white up here. Oh, he's done. Okay. Oh, I love my Puffin. What do you think? Isn't he beautiful? He is the most beautiful Puffin. So I'm going to bring it back up here. So did you enjoy making your Puffin? I certainly did. I think he came out fantastic. Don't you? It's got the great colors of the black and white and orange mixed on this nice cool blue. Beautiful. And you know what? I'm going to read you a story next time about the Arctic animals. And in this book, we have all about, guess who? Never going to guess. The Puffins. See that? Here it tells us that these feathered friends are Puffins. Told you. They can swim and fly very quickly. And the Puffin's beak is gray in the winter, but in the spring it turns orange. And that's what we did today. We made his beak orange. See my Puffins? All right, guys. Have fun with this project. This is a great project. I know you're going to love doing it. And next time we're together, I'm going to read you that story about the Arctic animals, because we're going to do another Arctic animal. You wait and see. So excited. Which one is it? Not telling. You'll have to wait till next week. Okay? All right, boys and girls. This is Miss Lisa, your art teacher, saying ciao for now from my table of art. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.